Hello everyone and welcome to Mobility Academy. I'm the flexibility guy called Elia, and in today's video I want to show you an excellent exercise to stretch your hamstrings, your glutes, so the muscles here of your posterior chain, which are some of the most important muscles to stretch if you want to increase your flexibility level. But before I start, let me show you my brand new book, Split Second, which is the complete playbook to learn the splits and drastically improve your flexibility level. So if you want to improve your lower body flexibility, I strongly suggest you buy this book here, and you can do that checking out the link in the description down below. All right, now with that said, let's start. Alright guys, so what we'll be seeing throughout this video right here is a variation of an exercise which you may know, and I have a video also about this exercise here on my channel right here, but let's do a little recap. Alright, so all you need to do this exercise here is a couple of yoga blocks, as always. Now, the exercise in question is this. So do you remember, some of you who follow me might remember that I said use this exercise here if you want to improve your legs flexibility and your hamstrings and your glutes flexibility. So what you want to do during this exercise is this. So you want to keep your lower back straight, so don't curve your spine and don't bend your back leg. Just keep your back leg straight and open your lower back. All right, so you want to open your lower back, and now you want to fold your trunk towards your front leg. You can do that keeping your front leg bent like this, and the stretch is just excellent right here. Also straight, and it's excellent in the same way. It doesn't matter, you're going to stretch your hamstrings, all right? But we'll be talking about that in a few moments. Now, the problem here, which is not a problem, it's just another kind of perspective, all right, is that my body is looking to the floor. As you can see here, I have my body, my trunk, parallel to the floor. My shoulders are aligned and I'm looking at the floor. Can you see that? Now, what if I move my body like this? So as you can see, I'm turning my body out. Now, we know that if we externally rotate, we do something like this, we're going to gain a little more range of motion here on the hamstrings and on the glutes. So this is really important, and this is a huge benefit because we can gain a little more range of motion and we can stretch deeper. But also, a really huge advantage of a movement like this is that we're going to stretch a muscle here on our opposite side, not the right side, but of our left side. So I have my right leg here. I'm going to stretch my left quadratus lombarum, which is a muscle deep inside your lower back, which may limit your flexibility, your lower body, also upper body flexibility. It's a small muscle, really small muscle, but it really changes everything. It changes everything. If you stretch that muscle, and if that muscle is flexible, okay, you can move your lower back, you can move your hips much more freely. So that's why I think that this variation here is so useful. Now let's see how to do that. So you want to start in this position. So one leg in front of you, which might be bent or straight. Now we're going to see both, and back leg straight. Now from this variation here, rather than having one leg out and one leg in, your front leg, you move both legs in, both hands in, sorry. So here, as you can see, I'm touching this. Now I want to turn also my back foot, not forward, but slightly towards the outside. 45 degrees out is the ideal direction. Now, from this position here, I wanna, of course here guys, it's really important that you have something to put your hands on, because you don't want to do this, I can't go, and you have nothing to relax on. So you want to have something to relax on. So yoga blocks are really important here. Now guys, what you want to do is just to imagine to put your trunk exactly perpendicular to the floor, exactly perpendicular. All right, so my shoulders are not aligned with the floor anymore. They are in line with each other. Of course, this is really important here. So my right shoulder is in line with my left, but they are perpendicular to the floor. Now I can do the bent leg variation, which is this one, and I want to push my hips. As you can see here, my hips, I want to push them forward in this direction here, and I want to open my body as much as I can. Now I want to, of course, anterior tilt, which means that I want to straighten my lower back as much as I can. All right, and I can stay here. As you can see, I can go down as much as I can, all right? And I can also straighten my leg. As you can see, if I straighten my leg, I'm gonna go in a position like this, which is far harder to hold because, of course, here I'm gonna feel a little more stretch, but it's the same concept. I wanna turn my trunk perpendicular to the floor. Now, what you can do to further progress in the stretch. Now, we have two main strategies without a weight, because this is the variation without a weight. In another video, I'm gonna show you the variation with the weight. Now, the first strategy is to apply a PNF contraction. Now, the PNF is a strategy which allows me to further relax in the stretch. Now, if you want to do that, you wanna push the heel of this leg here towards the other foot. So as if I wanted to really push this leg here towards the other leg. So I am in the position and I wanna push, all right? I wanna push and I wanna hold. I wanna hold the stretch 10 to 15 seconds, then I wanna stop. And as I stop, I inhale, exhale, and I try to get deeper. Now I'm gonna show you how to get deeper, but first I wanna show you the second strategy you can use to increase the stretch here, to increase your depth here. So I'm here, so watch. What I wanna do is to leave my hand off the block, and I wanna stay in the position, trying to push my body further down. Now, as you can see, I can straighten my arm just to wait a little bit more and to force my body down a little more. So I can stay here 10 to 15 as before. Now I don't want to turn my body, of course. I want to keep my body perpendicular to the floor. And then after that, inhale. And on the exhale, I can get deeper and further relax into the stretch. As you can see, I lowered the yoga blocks under my hand. Can you see that? Now I can keep of course, my arm like this or like this, doesn't matter. I think like this it's the best because it helps me to further rotate out. So as you can see, this hand here is going out and it's helping me turn my body further. Now, I can apply 2 PNF contractions or 2 active contractions here. So I'm staying in a loaded stretch because I'm using the force of gravity to stay in the stretch, which is static because I'm holding the position, but it's loaded because it's loaded with the force of gravity. So I'm here, I leave the blocks, 10 seconds, remove, go down. Now, as you can see, I can go down until I can touch the floor with my arm, with my hand. And this is our final point. Of course, you can get lower and lower and lower, but this, in my opinion, is a really good stretch for your hamstrings and for your glutes. Now, you can go also a little lower, but the problem when you go lower is that you may start to turn your body because it's kind of hard to go there. But the idea here is that after your hand is on the floor, it's the elbow turn. So you can stay with the elbow down. But as you can see, my body is starting to kind of rotate back towards this position here, which is not where we want to go. We want to go here, okay? So, but the idea is just that, okay, we're going down, down, down. Now, you have to find your position. So, doesn't matter, just use a height which works for you. Doesn't matter how, doesn't matter the height. You have to work with your height. And you have to use these two strategies I've showed you now. So the PNF, push the front leg towards your back leg, and the loaded contraction. So I leave the floor with my hand and just stay there with the strength of my body. All right, 10 to 15 seconds, and then I go down. As I stay there and I just relax, I breathe, I stay there 6 to 10 breaths. That's the ideal. All right. Now, guys, it's really important that your legs stay on the same line. So if you look at this position from the front, you want to say that the front heel is aligned with the back heel, and you go here and you do exactly the same. All right. So here it's really important that you really turn your body out. You want to turn your body out as much as you can, and you want to straighten your lower back. So you don't want to close your spine. You want to stay with your spine as extended as possible. If you don't feel that at a certain kind of height, just increase the height under your hand and just practice until you can feel that you're there with the correct technique. All right, guys. Now, I know, kind of long explanation, but it's worth it. It's worth it because now you know exactly what you do to perform this exercise here with the correct activations and with the correct technique. Now it's your turn for the questions, for the doubts, for your opinions, all right? So I'd be really happy to answer to all of them in the comments down below. So leave a comment also if you enjoyed the content, and leave a like to this video because it will help me grow this YouTube channel, and it means a lot to me, guys, all right? Now, with that said, that's all from the Flexibility Guy, Coach Elia. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video.